Good afternoon. It's time to do some business, and financial consultant Daniel Sedo has described the 700 layoff of workers by the Consolidated Bank as unfortunate and the workers victim of circumstance. He was speaking on the Super Morning Show.
These workers who are some are going to have to go home, unfortunately, because of what has happened. What do you think about their future? Should they get severance packages?
I wish they could be helped. They are victims of all that has happened. But the truth of the matter is that the position of the companies they work for is negative. And the priority will go to depositors and creditors. And if you sort out the depositors and creditors, very likely there will be no money. So if there's no money, they cannot be paid. If we all agree that they should be paid, it means we have to raise the money, pay more tax for them to be paid. As simple as that. It's unfortunate, but that is what has happened to us. That is why you expect responsible leadership, because we have so many people working who must look after the business properly to look after everybody.
And that's
we fail to do that.
Regulated leadership, from the management leadership, from the board.
Exactly so. Exactly so. We must understand banking is an enabler, but when we abuse banking, we run into problems.
Well, we're doing some freight forwarding business now, and freight forwarders countrywide are on strike as a result of the container tracking note policy. Ebenezer Sabote was there earlier and has brought us some information.
We are saying that the CTN, whatever thought processes that went into the CTN coming on board as an intervention, the thought process is not thorough. It's not captured every scenario. And there are certain other legal issues that we have raised. What is the authority upon which CTN, if the non-compliance with CTN, on what authority are you going to penalize? Because CTN has not been to Parliament. Okay, so if you talk about the penal structure, you need to get authority from Parliament, and we know that there is another legislative instrument, 2190, the Ghana Shippers Authority legislative instrument, 2190. It is there. It spells out how ashy this intervention must be done. Of course, it came in 2015. We asked certain questions that we are asking today. That is what led to its suspension. Okay. Then we talk also about international treaties that Ghana has signed. One of which was so recent, 2017, the Trade Facilitation Agreement. We are saying that a provision in there, Article 10.2.3, it talks about the fact that the export document shall not be mandatorily required of the importer for import processes. It is there in the...
You mentioned clearly that Ghana signed onto treaties. We understand that 10 countries in Africa are implementing the CTN, which African Union has endorsed, which Ghana is a member of the African Union. Does that mean that we still need an endorsement from our parliament?
You see, you should find out which model of CTN is being applied by those countries. CTN originally has always been a security tool. So what happens here is that CTNA, when it was ashy, they have boots on the ground. America started this to make sure that what is being loaded into the container onto the U.S. land is not bomb. So they look out for what is going into the container, and they have boots on the ground. What we are doing today, we have completely diluted what it is supposed to be.
Well, so we're going off to Norway, and Ghana is participating in the Offshore Northern Sea Conference, which opens today in Stavanger, Norway. The biennial event brings together major stakeholders in the oil and gas industry. 40 Ghanaian startups were selected by the Petroleum Commission to participate. Darrell Kwao has the latest.
Welcome to Stavanger. It is the oil city of Norway. It is one of the biggest oil cities in the world. And of course, this is venue for the Offshore Northern Seas Conference, which is bringing together major stakeholders in the oil and gas industry. They are hoping to connect, they are hoping to explore business opportunities in the next 5 days. Now, what is also interesting about this is that we've got Ghanaian companies here, about 40 of them, emerging companies and startups, all here hoping to showcase what Ghana has and also foster partnerships. And of course, we've got journalists here who are also going to be covering this event, bringing you the stories from here at Stavanger. I've got with me Moses Doche. He's with the Daily Graphic. He's followed the Petroleum Commission on similar trade missions, and he's got the opportunity to be here as well. I want to ask you, Moses, how important is this trade mission for Ghana, for the businesses that are going to be here in the next few days?
You know, it's always believed that the oil and gas industry is actually a pregnant institution that can give birth to so many. You don't necessarily have to look at the revenue aspect that is coming in from how much oil we export, how much gas we use in powering our turbines. But naturally, you look at it from this angle. This is Stavanger City, where we are so close to the port. We have tourism, we have hotels, we have everything you need to entertain yourself here. So, indicated earlier on, the industry is so pregnant. It's for you to decide to see which angle for you to. We need not to invent the wheel. There are several work. People have made all the mistakes in the past, and we have it right in their books. All we need to jump into the front of the queue and actually try and see how best we can do it. I've been with them to Dundee in Scotland and several other travels to see how they did it in Singapore, in other parts of the world. It is up to us to know where to actually connect the dots to the benefit of Ghana.
Thank you very much, Moses.
I must quickly say that Daryl will be bringing us many more stories from Norway, and the full version of the story will be on the marketplace. Don't be late. Join Emmanuel Abuaje at 1 p.m. My name is Odilia Ntiamwa.